He left you. He didn't reply. He left. And you still can't understand why. That friendship ended. That relationship came to an end because you gave everything. And you did it willingly. Not by force, but because it came from within you. You prayed for him. You cried for him. For him, you gave up parts of yourself, your desires, and he still left. Now, I'm going to ask you something, and you may not want to hear this question, but you need to hear it. What if the one who created you protected you? Maybe you're thinking about that person right now. You don't need to say their name, and I won't ask, but that feeling is inside you, right in your center, heavy, crushing. That feeling that makes you think it wasn't just losing something, but as if a piece of you was torn away. And the hardest part is this: you didn't do anything wrong. You just loved. You just trusted. You just stayed. They left. Now at night, you can't sleep. You look at your phone, no message. You open their social media. Life goes on, as if you never existed, as if the thing you trusted so much suddenly became meaningless. And you ask yourself something, quietly. You don't tell anyone, but you ask. Why did Allah allow your heart to be broken? Pause and receive the answer to that question. Allah allowed it because Allah loved you. Not you both. Not with him. You. Think about this. A child runs toward fire. What does the mother do? She grabs the child by the arm. The child cries. The child doesn't understand. The child may even get angry. But the mother doesn't let go, because she sees and knows what will happen ahead. Allah was seeing what you could not see. What would happen in that relationship, in that bond, in that person? And he pulled you away from there. He pulled you by the arm, not to hurt you, but because there was no other way. Now I need to be honest with you. If that person had stayed, you could not have grown. More importantly, you would not have become you. How? Because right now you are watching this video. And this is not a coincidence. The algorithms, the timing, your mood that morning, not being able to sleep last night, wanting to take a break today for a moment, all of it brought you here. What happened to you? What you lived through? Being abandoned, crying, laughing. Did you think it was a coincidence? The ways Allah uses to find you work with unimaginable complexity. And he found you right here, right now. Doesn't that tell you something? Chosen people do not always feel strong. Most of the time, they feel the opposite. They feel tired. They feel alone. They feel left behind. Prophet Yusuf was first thrown into a well. Then he was sold as a slave. Then he was thrown into prison. And you read the story of one of the greatest transformations in history. But at that moment, at the bottom of that dark well, what do you think Yusuf was feeling? He felt abandoned by his own brothers. And what was Allah doing at that moment? Was he silent? Was he absent? No, he was setting the plan. Allah is the best of planners. Yours is being set too. Right now, exactly inside the moment you are saying why. Now I'm going to tell you something, and when you hear it, something inside you will move. That person did not leave because you were not enough. That person did not leave because you were not worthy of love. That person left because there was a limit to what he could give you, and Allah was preparing something limitless for you. You had to let go of what was limited, but you could not let go because you loved deeply, because you hoped, because you truly believed. But there is one who sees what you cannot see, isn't there? Instead of forcing you to let go, Allah let that person walk away by his own choice, so that you would say he left, not I left, so that in your heart there would not be guilt, but one day gratitude. Allah protected you not with trickery, but with wisdom. Maybe right now you don't want to accept this. Maybe you're saying, no, he was a good person. I could have been with him. You could have, maybe. But which version of you would you have been then? The depth you have today, the maturity you carry today, the things you know today, most of them came out of that pain. They came out of that loss. They came out of those why questions. Allah did not give you pain. Allah shaped you. They feel the same, but they are very different things. Pain destroys. Being shaped transforms. You were transforming. You are still transforming. And know this too. Allah's attention toward you has never been cut off. On those silent nights when you wanted to ask, "Where are you?" Allah was already there. Sometimes you thought he wasn't answering, but he was listening to you. Sometimes you thought he was distancing himself, but he was actually coming even closer. Allah may be preparing you for things you don't even know how to pray for. And this preparation happens in quiet places, in heavy seasons, in incomprehensible separations. Right now, you are inside a separation, or you still feel it inside you. This season will not last forever. It will end. But before it ends, it will complete you. Ask yourself this: if that person had stayed, would you be turning to Allah this much? Would you be thinking this deeply? Would you be going this far within yourself? For most people, the answer is no, because we do not grow when we are comfortable. We only lift our gaze upward when what we hold is taken from us. Sometimes Allah loves you by shaking you, because there is a version of you inside that He wants to awaken. And that version of you would never have emerged through things that came easily. You may still be angry at the person who left you, or you may still miss them. These are normal things, but one day, probably at a moment you do not expect, you will understand this. If they had not left, you would not have arrived here. And here is a much greater place. Allah did not forget you. He is preparing you. Preparation sometimes feels like abandonment, but they are different things. You are not abandoned. You were chosen. If these words touch somewhere inside you, just pause. Pay attention to that place that was touched, because that is exactly where Allah is speaking to you. Just write this in the comments. I am ready, not for someone else, not for the algorithm, as a promise to your own soul. And if while watching this video someone came to your mind, if you thought of that person, if you felt that pain, send this video to them. Sometimes people want to hear what they need from someone else, not for the channel. Send it for that person. Follow. Follow simply because your soul brought you here. No other reason is needed.